Hey, welcome back to the stream. I realise that I'm not really in the centre of the stream. There we go. So, we were playing a little Pokemon there, but my eyes are getting a wee bit tired after first day back at work. So, I thought, let's crack open Logic and let's see if we can write yourself a song. So, what are we going to do? We're going to make a beat first, which arguably is not my strongest point when it comes to this. But let's do it. Let's make some stuff. So the song that you can hear playing in the background is something I made a couple of days ago in Logic, and I've got a couple more that I'm going to be adding to the start of the stream. Basically, I'm going to make a nice little playlist, and yeah, I'm just going to keep on doing this every so often. And all the music that I write here on stream will be available over on SoundCloud for you to hear. And eventually I'll get some up on Bandcamp. The music that I'll put up on Bandcamp, you'll be able to download it. Once you download it, pay what you want, you can use it for your streams. Just let me know that you've used it. Drop my name in the stream somewhere, drop my name wherever you're using it, as long as you credit and that you purchase the pack off of my Bandcamp, which I'm getting set up. Then you can have it on your stream and do what you want. And I plan on just doing a few of these streams a week and writing some music that everybody else can use on their streams, because I know that it is an absolute nightmare trying to find decent music, or just music in general that not everybody else is using, and also music that you're not going to get flagged up for. And as long as you're giving credit and you purchase it off Bandcamp, then it's all fair game. It's all fair game. So let's try and start this off by writing a beat. So let's get Logic up and open. So Logic Pro on the Mac, and we're going to have a look and see what we want to do here. So I've got some kits here. I am gonna start out by just using one of the stock kits. So let's think, what sort of sound do we want to go for? This is based on Sunset Studio sounds, so let's get this all sorted. Let's go into the preferences, audio, so that you guys can hear. Right, let's see. I've got this turned right down. No wonder I can't hear anything. Multiple output devices. Let's go. Nice. OBS, make sure that's coming through. Let's turn it up a little bit. Okay. So for this session, I'm literally not going to touch any of the actual live instruments in my room. I might be tempted to grab one of the basses behind me and lay a physical base down. However, I think I'm going to try and do this all in the box and potentially all with just stock sounds to see what we can squeeze out of this. Hello to the one viewer that is watching right now. Drop a little shout in the chat. If you've got any questions, ask away. I do have the chat live here on my left hand side. When I'm recording, I might not be able to answer questions straight away, but I will try and get to them. So don't worry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just concentrating on making some good music. Okay, so we've got this Sunset kit, which I believe is probably based on samples taken at Sunset Sound in California. So I could play using this Arturia that I've got just out of shot. But I think what I might do is I think I might go in here and I might just try and write it using the roll, the piano roll. So let's drag that up. Now it's not called piano roll in here, it's called editor. But there it's there, it is a piano roll, that is what it is. And let's just build it up using that. So let's have a little think. What sort of stuff do we want to do? We want something nice and like chill, I think. I know that that's what people really like to have in the background of their streams. Okay, like so I did like a sort of shuffly thing the other day there, so I want to try and avoid doing a shuffle. Although let's see where inspiration strikes. Okay, so let's add some kick. So let's add a kick on the 1. So let's get down here and find kick is here. Alright. No difference between the two. So let's add the kick on the 1. Because that's where the kick belongs. Right there on the 1. Alright. And then we'll pull it across. 1. We'll like syncopate it off the 3, so we'll have it here maybe, and then we'll maybe have it so that it like we get the beat, then the off beat, and then we get another like sort of sound. We'll just see where the sound takes us, and then we can tweak it as we get closer to something that we feel like we like. Again, drums not my principal instrument. Weirdly though, as a bassist, I probably should have a better relationship to drums than I do. And when I was in high school, drums were an instrument that I did briefly study, but I moved on to study the guitar because I realised that you could write more music with a guitar. And now, well, I say I realised, my thought process was I can write and sing and do all my own stuff if I know the guitar. If I could go back in time, I would have studied completely different instruments. I probably still would have studied the bass, but I would have taken keys. I would have learned how to play piano properly. Everybody that I know that knows piano can basically pick up any instrument and play it. Once you have that basic fundamental, you can do anything. So if I could go back in time, I'd probably teach myself guitar. I mean, mostly self-taught anyway. I switched really late on, and I didn't go to many lessons. I was too busy chasing girls and trying to be in a rock band. But I would have taken keys and drums, probably, because if you can play the keys and you can get a sense of instill a sense of rhythm in you, and then have the knowledge that you have with the keys, you will literally be able to play anything. So my advice to anybody that's thinking of learning an instrument, as daunting as it seems, learn the keys, and then you'll be able to learn any other instrument round about that. Okay, so I think I'm going to just put a closed hi-hat on every other. I think we're going to go for that. It's a closed hi-hat. Right here. So I think I'm just going to closed hi-hat it on every other beat. Hey to the new viewers that have joined us. I hope you guys are having a wonderful night, day, wherever you are in the world. I know it's been pretty horrible recently, but let's make some music and try and forget about all the crap that's going on out there. So I think I'm going to open the hi-hat here. 1, 2, open. 1, 2, open. 1, 2, open. Maybe. Thinking about it for now. 1, 2, open. You know, I might open it a little bit more than that, actually. I might add in here. Do you know, I might actually take the open hi-hats out. Let's listen to what we've got so far. Yeah, too shuffly. Let's remove the first one. Okay, and then let's open on... Let's open... Yeah, let's open it here and get rid of this, right? And then what I sometimes like to do with this is I like to add in the hi-hat foot close just on top, so you get like that sense of it actually squelching shut. Okay, right. So you hear that? That is getting somewhere. That is definitely something that is of interest to me. Let's just loop that. Okay, right. We're getting somewhere there. Let's stick the snare in on this. 1, 2, 3, and we'll drop a snare in. Do I want a snare center or a... I think we want that rim shot. And then, just to add a little different texture, I'll throw in the snare on the center this time. Just, you want to think about the fact that, yeah, we're programming electronic drums here, but the closer you can get it to feel like almost a person, the better, I think, anyway. Okay, this is just pretty straightforward beat, man. This is... Okay. So let's take the snare and we'll drop it again here. This time I'm going to drop a center one in, and then let's see, having a look at this, I think what I'll do is I might try and spice it up a little bit and have it so that, well, first of all, I want to move this over to line up with this. And I might get rid of... Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that there. I'm going to add this here just so you can feel and sense it drop down. I'm just going to get rid of that's underneath there. So it's about tidying as you go, because you'll forget and you'll leave it in and your beat will sound weird. So you just want it to sound like the player is catching that hi-hat with their foot. Okay, so maybe a little bit more snare play is needed in there. So I might add right in between here. I might try that. That might sound okay, and then get another one in here. Okay, and then I'm going to move that up to there, and I'm also going to move that up to there. I'm going to move this up to here because I like the pronounced tone that I'm getting with the rim shot. I know a lot of producers who will attempt to try and get drummers, especially if they're playing like rock music or metal, to like really dig in and try and get those rim shots while they're recording. It just gives you that attack and that real pop of the snare that really cuts in the mix. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Now, the reason that I'm moving these back up, yeah, I was trying to add that textural variant, but I'm moving them back up because if a person was playing them, they would be able to hit in and dig into that rim shot because there's enough time in between the beats. The snare center, however, works in this section coming up, rim shot, but you need doogadoom, because that's how a person would play, a real human would doogadoom. Right, okay. I don't know if it needs another little roll. I was very tempted to add another roll in right here. Let's add it, and if we hate it, we'll take it out. See, I like that because it's bringing us back into the loop. I like that. That's working for me. I don't know if this would necessarily work. Adding some closed like some foot hi-hats in. Let's try it with this first section, and if it sucks, we'll take it back out. So I'm just going to add that in there to emulate that. I might add one in here as well, like this. Yeah, Now you could just write that as leave that in there. You could just pull this down onto the hat and then take your velocity and pull it back, so that it's the like weaker as it would be if someone played it. Up a little tiny bit. Okay, so now is when I go in and I'll just take these beats and I'll just make them slightly harder. So anything that lands right there on the first, I'll just pump up just to give it. And anything that lands on the 2, I'll emphasize that as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 here. I'll emphasize that. I'll emphasize that. And again, we're just trying to go in here and change the velocity, and it gives the sense that a drummer might have played this, especially if you're trying to go for the vibe of drums that you've sampled from a song. A player's going to have played that, so you want your drums to sound like someone's playing it. So these will all be nice and dug in. A player would be able to dig right into them. Okay, I might emphasize that, and I might get that as well. Oh, don't want to do that. I just click that and pull this up. All right. Perfect. That's our beat. That is our beat. So we'll just loop this for a bit. Now I like to take 4 bars worth. 1, 2, 3. So we want 4 phrases. We'll just loop round. So let's pick a tempo. Let's go. Let's start kind of slow, and we'll build up till we find something that we really like. Too slow. Way too slow. Let's go 95. 100 maybe would be better. $120 just felt too fast to me. Yeah, I like it. That's good. That's working for me. Okay, so we've got this. We've got the sound. We can mess about with that later. Now, something that I tend to do is go in and take one of the producer kits that are in here and muck about with them. But we'll get that later. Let's just leave the compressor and stuff as is. Let's not fart about with that. Let's get to writing. Okay. So, Wow, we're low. Okay, let's have a listen. Right, let's avoid that C sharp. I'm prone to just going into that C minor even, sorry. I'm prone to going there straight away. Let's try and avoid that. Let's pick a key. Okay. Let's go into our synths. Let's go into our keys, keyboards. Man, a lot of these I haven't downloaded. Reason being, I use the Arturia analog lab a lot for my sounds. I tend to go to there to get my key sounds. But let's see what they've got on offer here. 80s wave bells probably sounds nice. Probably sounds gross. I tend to lean straight away into writing really horrible dark sounding stuff, and I really don't know why. I love that chord change. It's like, I always call it the Spider-Man chord change. Feels very triumphant. Okay, right. It's totally not the vibe we're going for, though. What is 80s sine synth? Right, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to download these keyboards while we're playing here, and we'll jump back to synths. And we'll go into bells, I think. In my head, there's a sound that I know that I want, and I just need to pull it out. You just need to pull it out. It's all about sampling stuff till you almost get like the vibe, like you trip onto the exact thing that you're looking for. Glass bells, ice mallets, dreamy music, box bells. No, it's too deep. I'm wanting something that feels... I was using a synth in here yesterday, and for the life of me, I cannot remember what it was I was using. Plastic. Proper dancey, that. It's too piano-y. Now this is more like it. We're getting close. We are getting close. I want that sort of vintage warbly sound. It's exactly what I want. It could have been in here. It could have been something in here that I was using. It could have been something in here. A retro sparkle synth. That's nice and dancey. That 80s wave synth was sounded good to me. 80s Starlight. It's too vaporwavey, synthy. Maybe I'm going about this the wrong way, guys. Maybe we need to go to bass. And maybe I need this. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Right, we're getting there. There we go. So we've got a bass line to structure it around with this A. I feel like it's probably an A minor. But I know it is because it's got the C and the E in it. Oh. Nice. Let's record it with that bass for now, and we'll pick something else. 3, 4. Made a mistake. Let's go back. Let's get it. Now, a lot of mistakes there. Writing off the hoof, bad idea. If you're going to be writing and recording stuff, it's probably best that you write it learn it, then record it, but we're making beats. Okay, that's it. We're going to just loop that for a bit. But first, let's just tidy it up with a quick hit of Q to quantize it. And let's pull that over there. Now we've got a loop. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh yes. Now let's have a little listen to see what other hate it. Classic funk boogie bass. Could work. Let's see the synth bass. I like that classic funk boogie bass. Colossal synth bass. No, too dancey. The grind bass might be too. It's not for us, guys. So now see this deep sub here. Let's take the deep sub. Let's copy the bass down and double the bass. Now let's change it back to something else, like back to that 80s FM bass. That's just giving us that movement. And in fact, what I'm going to do with that is solo it. I'm going to come into the EQ and I'm going to take just all the high end out of that, and I'm going to do a big low end boost. In fact, if we're going to boost it, we may as well boost it properly. Cut just a wee bit as well. Let's just hide that for now. Bring it back in. So now that's basically just moving air. That's all that's doing. Just turn all these other things off that we're not using. So yeah, we're just moving air with this now. I'm going to grab this, I'm going to shelf it. Before, I just want to be moving air with it. So now. So there's your bass sound, plain and simple the way that we got it, but we add this deep sub bass with it removed, taking out all that high and mid information. Now we're shaking the speaker because we've made room for the other bass. We're not getting muddied up. When I take that off, there's a lot of information that crosses over, and I don't really want that information. I just want that. Now I could come in here and I could sculpt out this a little bit, because as you can see, there is no real. It's not really making much of a difference. So I'm going to scoop that out, and I'm going to leave all the room in there for that deep sub bass to do the work. And the more information that you can get rid of, the more areas that you can allow to be filled, and that helps bring stuff forward and you lose your muddy mix. So again, there's not much going on up here. So I bring this. So it's starting to have an effect there, so I pull back just a little bit. I'm going to shelf it. So we want it to be there. Alright. I'm going to get rid of this. I don't need that. I don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. And I don't need that. This is where I'm interested in. Around about 100 hertz. Pull about 150 hertz. Because if I go back to this and we view this next to it, right, we can see where the information is differing. So at about 100 hertz, just beyond that, the tone sort of stops. So we want to just scoop the information here at about 150. About 140. Now if I just pump this all the way up, you'll hear where I'm targeting, right? It doesn't need to be that big. So a lot of build up in the 60 range there. So I'm going to pull this for the bass up here, right? Try and keep it kind of equal. Shelf off with that, right? So not much of a difference. But enough that when you combine it, it gives you the tone that you want. So then I'm going to take these and I'm going to sum them. So I'm going to go into track stack. I'm going to sum these. I'm going to call this bass. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. This is hitting pretty hard. So I'm just going to pull it away. Bring it up until it starts moving my. Okay. And then what I'm gonna grab here is a compressor. And I'm gonna load, just use the presets. Oh dear, I'm sorry, Toadlet. Is it mega loud? Okay, so we're gonna go in here and don't worry, it'll become less different. Were you watching the Pokemon stream earlier? Okay, so I'm just going to use this preset here. In fact, sorry, I've just explained all this, and I don't actually think you guys could see what I was doing. But I was cutting and. Let's see if I can pull up a screen to let you guys see exactly what I'm doing here, because I want to show you what I did with the EQ. Apologies to the people that were watching that are like, what are you talking about? What do you mean EQs? Window capture. okay? Let's just put this up to here. Okay, let's see. Let's grab this. In fact, no, that's not going to work. I need to go into the actual settings for this. This is what we're looking for. Okay, so here's the compressor that I'm using. It's this CLA 76. So I'm literally just going to use the preset on it for bass. So without it, we're just going to glue it a little bit. Then I'm going to smash all the buttons in. And it's really going to just hammer it. So this is just the ratios, okay? And on like old things like Fairchilds and stuff, you could smash them all in at the same time. And it would really, really kick it. Does blue have bass? Let's see the difference between the blue. I think I like the black one. Bass. Actually, do you know what? This is usually my go-to compressor. But do you know what I might do for this? I might fire up my Dada Life sausage fattener. Fantastic compressor, this. Let me just show you guys what I'm doing here. Okay, so it's this here. Fantastic, fantastic compressor. I'll try. Now, the thing about this compressor here is it's real sensitive. Very, very simple to just go overboard on it. So I'm going to pull the game back a little. Colour it. This, I think what this does is pulls the mids up a bit. So I'm just going to pull that ever so slightly. Now, quickly, I will just so now we've got bass and drums. So do a little quick trick here. Now the bass that we have and that bass drum there is obviously going to get lost against this big heavy onslaught of bass. So two things I need to do. I need to go into my producer's kits now, and I need to pick a new kit. So I'm going to go vintage breaks, I think. Let it load in. Let's just pause it so it actually can load. I'll either do vintage breaks or... In fact, you know what? Let's just stick with sunset. I really like that sunset tone. But let's use the sunset plus. Now all this does is it lets me go in and it lets me edit all the individual drum parts. So we've written our little drum line. Now I can go in here and I can make some sonic changes. Gotta go fast. So we've got these. We've got kick in, which is the mic inside the drum. Kick out, the mic outside the drum. Difference being, in gives you the sound. And out is the skin, it gives you the air. So, we want to take this. These are already pre-EQ'd, right? Now, ideally you could go in and you could just mess about with that EQ, but if we're thinking it all the way of like producing with a sample, you would be EQing on top of the sample, right? If I take that off, we've got a kind of woofy sound. Someone's already sculpted it for me. I just want to go back in with another EQ and pull out what I want from there. Now, we know that that sub bass is eating up all of this information. So we still want that tackiness to the bass, the tit-tit-tit. But there's like info here that we don't need. So we pull that up just so I get a little bit more of the tack. I'm going to bring this here and I'm going to scoop out more of this as well. Okay. So that's basically the EQ that they had on it already. Over here. But what I'm going to do is I am going to use this. I'm going to pull up about 50, 60 hertz. Get rid of that. And use this to help me pull up. Oh, I keep forgetting to actually show you what I'm doing. Let me show you. Okay, so you can see the EQ here on the side. I'll pull it up a little bit. So yeah, as you can see, I've pulled up a little bit of 60 here. 50, 60. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this yellow, if I can, and just pull up a little bit more, run about the 60. Alright, now I'm also going to grab a compressor. This time, again, I'm going to grab that sausage fattener. So let's grab the sausage fattener. Whatever that's living. And again, same as before, we're going to pull that up just to really boost that kick. I'm not going to colour it, I'm just using the fatness on it, okay? Now I can hear that in the mix, but I still want more because the minute that I do this, it's almost getting lost. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into my drums and I'm going to take a send, alright? And what this is going to do is it's going to send to a bus channel. And in this bus channel, I'm not going to put anything. I'm just going to send it I'm just going to mute that bus channel, and I'm going to send it at just flat to that bus channel. And then what I should be able to do is go into my bass. Okay. So I can kind of hear it because I've sculpted out the EQ. Now if I it's helped bring that into the mix, but we can help it even more by side chaining a compressor. Now if I mute the deep sub, it's the deep sub that might cause the issues, and we want to be able to feel that sub kick. We want to be able to feel the kick, sorry, not the sub necessarily. Now the good thing about this bass line is it's sort of fitting round the kick, so it's allowing the kick to breathe, but we're still going to add a little bit of sidechain compression in here. So I'm going to grab a compressor. So I have to go to dynamics compressor. So we're going to add stereo compressor. I'm going to go for I keep forgetting to get rid of this every time I get rid of a plugin. It's annoying. Okay, so now I've got this compressor. I've brought this compressor in. I'm going to switch it probably. I really like this Studio Fet. But what I want to do here is I want to pull the mix back. And output gain back ever so slightly. Okay. And then we're going to the side chain option. And we want to side chain this. So up here we've got this. We go to bus, kick in. Now you can hear the kick in. So that every time the kick kicks, I'm pulling it back. We'll pass. And now we can hear. So I go back in and turn the whole kit back on. Okay, so we've got our bass, we've got our drums. let's find something nice to play over the top. So we've got an A, C, so we've got A, so let's go. Keyboards. Now we've got all these lovely keyboards downloaded. So I think I'm going to play A. Hold on, because I've not turned that thing off again. Cool. We've got like an A. And a C. And then we've got the D. Back to the A. So let's try that. A. C. Okay, so C, D, so it's doom 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 doom. That's gonna be what we're aiming for. Oh, sorry. That went to the D instead of the C. A. And then we can just tidy that up and pull it over. Nice, easy chords. A nice bass to lie everything under. So what I like to do with like my keys is I like to pull them over so that they're playing through in stereo. So I'll copy that down again, and then I'll decide. Sometimes I go higher up, sometimes I go lower down. I feel there's a lot. Let's try it higher, all right? To the C, to the D. Let's put that here. Now, nothing's set in stone here. We could change the synth. Now we're going to pull this over, and we get this nice stereo effect. So let's just hit save, because your boy hasn't hit save this whole time. All right. Now, let's add something above that. It's a bit mad. Electric sheep synth. Let's go high. So just adding an arpeggio can... But what we could do is we could change the inversion. So rather than playing here, I'm playing an A, then a C, then an E. We could decide to play the C, the E, and the A. So we go... and play like that instead. So let's just try something. It's all about experimenting. So nice and slow here.
don't like it. Already I don't like it, but it was worth a try. Yes, a stab. A stab is what we need. A stab is what we need. So, but wait, this is it's too soft for the stab. So let's find something nice and stabby. I get stabby with knives. Okay, let's see. Something that's going to be real cutting. We want something that will really cut the mix. Which might not be in here. We may need to go to the actual synths for that. Now something like... Could we tie up? That bubble synth could come in handy later. Let me just find it. Did I say something wrong, Pond? Oh, I get stabby with knives. Let's go up higher. I could hear that little did, but it's just I don't know where it should actually be. So these little stabs probably should be somewhere in common. This is more difficult than I thought it would be. All my go-to patches live elsewhere. Okay, let's just layer up these chords a little bit more. I think that's what it's needing. But let's play a different version. Record. Too buzzy, too buzzy. I want real, like, ethereal. Maybe that's nice and... Oops. Just going to write this in, I think. It's probably quicker. We're moving up to the D, so we're going to grab here. Like that, I think. Is that right? Like that. I might pull that right to there. Real last minute. And make them nice and uneven so they feel like you're lifting your fingers off the actual keys. Now, this is the fun bit. This is what I want to happen. I want this to go from, not volume. I want to go up into the controls, pan, and I want to this to slowly pan from left hand side to right hand side. So let's mute it. And if you're listening with headphones, you'll probably hear this. And actually panned the opposite way. Pan from right to left. So we'll... Alright, into the centre. I want it to pan all the way across. And then bring this back up, because I can. Drop it to there. Let's go to the same thing. Going to do the same thing for each chord. It just adds a nice little bit of a sense of ear candy. Wipe, wipe, wipe. Real easy, real way to make something dead basic sound fun. And let's have that in the middle, actually, sorry. Oh, it should return to the middle, shouldn't it? Okay, here we go. Let's hear it with the... Perfect. Copy it. Paste it. It's going to ask me, do I want to paste it? Of course. Now. Let's add some weird reverb. Nice. It's a nice little horn line. That reverb sort of squished out some of the sound, so I'm going to compress just a little bit. So now I've got like relatively enough things to sort of add, to sort of like mix and match, sorry, to make a song. Really. So we can just start moving stuff about and like almost taste testing stuff. So like we could have, for some reason they want snap into place. We could have a nice short drum intro here with just that now to me that sounds like a break. So I think I might take this and I'll move that, I'll chuck that way, right? So let's try. Get rid of that. I don't want that yet. I do not want those yet. Okay. So this is just going to be our bass line right up into, we're going to have intro, verse, and then we're going to use this to build like sort of a chorus structure, even though we're not changing the chords, we're just changing the feel. And then we're just going to grab this again and copy that and drop that into there. Drums, let's pull them across this way. Copy that, drop them into there, and then you'd pulled across. And actually no, everything needs shortened here because we don't have the intro. So let's shorten it and let's shorten it, and then let's pull that across there. And let's copy this because we might drop some drums at the chorus and have like a sort of downbeat chorus. Okay, so now it's gonna sound, once we add this chord bed, it's now going to sound like this. So we're going to have this intro. Yeah. See, we drop down. Now, the reason that I've got these separate is because I'm thinking I could go in and I could remove some of those snares. and some of those kicks. Just remove the so let's just remove some of these kick drums so that it sort of reflects. I'll leave that in there, and I'm going to take out the second row there. Let's try taking that roll out there. And I'm going to take out the t-t-t. And I'm going to add I kind of want to add a clap in. Maybe not. The clap might be too much. So what we want to do in this little bit here is add a new bass part. So it's going to be the same, but we're just not going to do not going to do that. We're just going to be like. Let's go to the I might still go back and add a clap. I just want to try and feel out what the bass would do. But something's telling me the bass would literally just do octaves. It just go. So we just like. So it would just be the sub bass. It would just go. Just do something simple like that. Yeah, it has to just be simple here. Okay, drop it down again. It's too high. It's too high. It sounds like a drone. I might just try and mimic that bass drum actually. Boom. Boom, boom. I probably could write it in. A. Nope, not long, just one. It was on here. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, so there, and then on the 3, then on the 1, and then on the 3. So let's pull this out a wee bit just so we can see what we're doing. So on the 1, and the 3. So the 1, and then shoot on the 3. And then we're just doing the same, but on the other bit. So on the C. I'm just going to turn this loop bit off because it's starting to annoy me. Ah. And the problem is, it's a tune. C. And D. Okay, let's hear it out. That'll do. Okay, let's just copy that and then drop this in here. Now we've sort of got a beat. Got like a whole thing. Then this bit does it twice. And then we go back into that. And we've basically got a nice little loop that you can do whatever the hell you want with. jump to here. Oh, and look at that, there's a gap there. Doesn't line up, doesn't line up. Everything's off by a beat. There we go. Now it should go from here. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. And then that's that, and it should, in principle, loop right back to the start, no bother, and you can use that on stream, you can use that in the background of something. Let's hear that loud. Yeah. Lovely. Now, I'm going to have to call it quits, purely because I've run out of time. But this was a very enjoyable stream, and I hope that the people that were watching took something away from it. And if you were just like listening in and chilling out to me making some beats, well, thank you very much for doing so. The only thing that I might have added to this if I had time was I probably would have went into my Arturia analog lab. I would have buckled, and I would have pulled out a nice pad to go underneath everything. So let me see if I can quickly just find it to let you hear. Would have been in pad. And it's in here somewhere. So many patches in here. It honestly takes me so long to find half the stuff that I'm looking for. I think it's this here. I probably could have added something like this underneath. You know, I could have added just that like sort of textural thing right in here. It's just the same chords, but it would have just added a nice flutter to the and then I would have just looped that right to the end. Duplicated it. And there you have it. So, thank you very much for watching the stream. I had real great fun making this little beat. It will be up on SoundCloud. Link, it will be in the Twitch info on my Twitch channel. And I'll drop it on Bandcamp at some point as well. Cheers for watching. Let me just save this. And let me make me a little bit bigger. Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, for watching, for listening to me ramble on about making music. And hopefully there'll be more streams like this if you enjoyed it. Lots of different genres, but I think a lot of electronic stuff, trip hop, kind of chill hop stuff for the foreseeable at least. And yeah, as I said, it'll all be available on SoundCloud and things like that for you to share, for you to use. Yeah, I'll get some rules in the Twitch info in the about section about how to use the music. And I will see you guys very soon. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. Peace.